In 2026, we are more conscious of food waste than ever, yet many of us are unknowingly turning our refrigerators into breeding grounds for bacteria. Maintaining food safety isn't just about the use-by date. It's about the mechanical and organizational environment of your fridge. A single misplaced item or a poorly calibrated setting can accelerate spoilage and increase the risk of foodborne illness. From temperature zones to cross-contamination traps, these are the 10 most common mistakes that are compromising your kitchen's safety. 1. Storing milk and eggs in the door. The mistake: utilizing the convenient built-in racks in the fridge door for highly perishable dairy products. The reality: the door is the warmest part of the refrigerator because it is constantly exposed to room temperature air every time you open it. In 2026, food safety experts warn that milk and eggs stored here can fluctuate in temperature by as much as 10 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature cycling accelerates bacterial growth and causes milk to sour days before its time. To ensure safety, always store your dairy on the back of the middle or bottom shelves, where the temperature remains the most consistent and cold. 2. Overcrowding the shelves. The mistake: stuffing the fridge to capacity until every square inch is occupied by a container or grocery bag. The reality: refrigerators work by circulating cold air. When you block the vents and pack shelves too tightly, you create hot spots where the air cannot reach. In 2026, internal sensors often show that overcrowded fridges can have pockets of air that are 5 degrees Fahrenheit to 8 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than the set temperature. This stagnant air allows bacteria to multiply on the very items you are trying to preserve. Leave enough breathing room between items to allow for the consistent airflow necessary to keep everything at a safe 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. 3. Setting the temperature too high. The mistake: relying on the factory middle setting without verifying the actual internal temperature with a thermometer. The reality: the danger zone for bacterial growth is between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Many refrigerators in 2026 are inadvertently set to 42 degrees Fahrenheit or 43 degrees Fahrenheit to save energy, but this slight increase allows pathogens like Listeria to thrive. Listeria is unique because it can grow even in cold environments, but its growth is significantly stunted below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. To be safe, your fridge should be set between 35 degrees Fahrenheit and 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Investing in a $5 independent fridge thermometer is the only way to ensure your appliance is actually doing its job. 4. Storing raw meat on the top shelf. The mistake: placing packages of raw chicken, beef, or pork on the upper shelves where they are easy to see. The reality: this is the ultimate cross-contamination trap. Raw meat frequently leaks the red fluid in the package, which can drip down onto ready-to-eat foods like leftovers or produce. In 2026, this remains a primary cause of salmonellosis in the home. Always store raw meat on the bottom shelf in a secondary container or a dedicated drawer. This bottom-loading strategy ensures that if a leak occurs, it doesn't contaminate the rest of your food supply. 5. Putting hot food directly in the fridge. The mistake: placing a steaming pot of soup or a hot roast directly into the fridge to cool it down quickly. The reality: while you shouldn't leave food on the counter for hours, putting a large, hot mass into the fridge raises the ambient temperature of the entire unit. This can pull neighboring items, like your milk or meat, into the danger zone. In 2026, the recommended method is to vent the steam for 10 to 15 minutes or portion the food into smaller, shallow containers to speed up cooling before placing them in the fridge. This protects the cold chain for every other item in the refrigerator. 6. Misusing the crisper drawers. The mistake: tossing all fruits and vegetables into the same drawer without adjusting the humidity settings. The reality: most modern fridges have high and low humidity drawers. High humidity, closed vent, is for leafy greens that wilt, while low humidity, open vent, is for fruits that produce ethylene gas, like apples and pears. In 2026, mixing these causes fruits to rot faster and vegetables to turn into a slimy mess. This slime isn't just unappealing, it can harbor mold and bacteria that spread to other items. Keeping these categories separate and correctly vented is essential for both safety and longevity. 7. Leaving food uncovered. The mistake: placing a half-eaten bowl or an open can of food directly on the shelf without a lid or wrap. The reality: uncovered food is prone to cross-contact and dehydration. Not only does the food absorb odors from the fridge, but it can also be contaminated by particles or drips from other items. Furthermore, in 2026, we know that open cans are a risk. The tin or iron from the can can leach into the food once exposed to oxygen. Always transfer canned goods to a glass or plastic container and ensure all leftovers are airtight to prevent the spread of bacteria and maintain the food's integrity. 8. Not cleaning the spills immediately. The mistake: ignoring a small drip of juice or milk, thinking, "I'll get it during the deep clean next month." The reality: dried spills are a nutrient source for microbes. Bacteria and mold can live in those sticky residues for weeks, eventually migrating to fresh food containers or your hands. In 2026, fridge hygiene is recognized as a major factor in preventing domestic food poisoning. A quick wipe with a mild bleach solution or vinegar when a spill happens prevents the buildup of biofilm, a protective layer that bacteria form on surfaces, making them much harder to kill later. 9. Storing open condiments too long. The mistake: assuming that because a condiment is fermented or acidic, like mayo or pickles, it lasts forever. The reality: every time you use a condiment, you introduce oxygen and potential contaminants from dirty spoons or knives. In 2026, double dipping remains a leading cause of condiment spoilage. While the salt and acid slow down bacteria, they don't stop it forever. Most open condiments have a shelf life of 2 to 6 months. If the liquid has separated significantly, the color has changed, or there is a yeasty smell, it's no longer safe to consume, regardless of the date on the bottle. 10. Neglecting the door gaskets. The mistake: failing to clean or inspect the rubber seals, gaskets, that line the refrigerator doors. The reality: the gasket is the only thing keeping the cold air in and the warm air out. Over time, these seals collect crumbs, spills, and mold, which can cause the rubber to degrade and lose its suction. In 2026, a leaky fridge is a major safety hazard because it prevents the unit from maintaining a consistent temperature. Check your seals by closing the door on a piece of paper. If the paper pulls out easily, your seal is failing. Keep them clean with warm, soapy water to ensure a tight, bacteria-free seal. Your fridge is a tool, not just a box. Avoiding these 10 mistakes is the simplest way to transform your kitchen into a high-safety zone. In 2026, with the rising costs of groceries and the increasing awareness of foodborne pathogens, the refrigerator must be treated as a precision instrument. By prioritizing airflow, maintaining the bottom shelf rule for meats, and trusting a thermometer over a dial, you aren't just saving money, you are protecting your health. Food safety is an active process. It requires regular audits of your crisper settings, a commitment to airtight storage, and the discipline to keep the danger zone out of your dairy. Your fridge should be a sanctuary of freshness, not a warehouse of risk. Take 10 minutes today to reorganize and recalibrate. Your future self and your stomach will thank you.